Hello and welcome to the blueberry patch in Mansfield, Ohio. It's a beautiful sunny late fall afternoon. I'm standing in the middle of one of our fields of early varieties that's already gone dormant. Most of the leaves are off. And it's a good day to plant new ones. We're going to plant some 1-gallon plants, so I thought we'd make a little video that shows you, the consumer, how we plant blueberries here at the blueberry patch. So follow me and we'll begin the process. We've already prepared a row for planting by rototilling our soils. And speaking of soils, there's a couple of things that we really need to talk about. If you want to be successful growing blueberry plants, there are two primary things that you should think about. Your soils need to be on the acid side. They need to have a 4.5 to 5.5 pH. In reality, you should try to test your soils. But one good thing is if you're already growing azaleas or rhododendrons, your soils are probably adaptable to blueberries. They also take acidic soils. You can also test your soils. Small testers can be bought at any independent garden center or at a big box store garden center. You might also be able to send your soil samples away for testing. You can find out your local testing labs by talking to your county extension agent. Here at the blueberry patch, our soils are naturally acidic and they're also naturally sandy and gravelly. That's another important thing that you need to consider. A well-drained soil. If blueberry plants have to sit in water, they're not going to do very well for you. A tight soil allows water to stand near the roots. You want a well-drained area. If your soils are clay type, and they are very tight, you can raise blueberries by raising your beds. A 12-inch raised bed will do just fine because the primary roots of a blueberry bush are only about 18 inches deep, and that'll allow for good drainage. We, as you can see, have already rototilled our soils and they're ready for planting. And I've dug a hole about a foot deep, maybe a little bit less, because we're going to take a 1-gallon plant that I have here. This is a 2 to 3 year old plant. We suggest that you plant a containerized plant. They're available from us. Check out the rest of our website and you can see our online catalog that will allow you to select from multiple varieties depending on when you want your crop to be harvested. And pick out a couple of 1-gallons and give them a chance. But to plant them, the first thing you want to do is remove the pot. The blueberry plant has a nice fibrous root, and they've been growing in this pot for a year or two, and so the roots are rounded. And what we want to do is break that root ball up so that these plants' roots will now grow out into the surrounding soils. Don't forget the bottom portion, but gently pull it apart so it no longer resembles the pot. You're going to place that directly in your already dug hole. And the most important thing about planting them is that we want you to cover that root ball with at least an inch of soil. Protect the peat ball that is around the roots so that it does not dry out any faster than the surrounding soils. And by placing an inch layer of native soil over the top of your plant ball, you're going to keep it from drying out at a different rate. Make sure you pound it in there pretty tight, so especially if you're planting in the fall, you're not going to get any heaving. And you've got a great plant ready to harvest some blueberries next spring because they've already made their fruit. Check out our website for additional videos on pruning and fertilizing and caring for your plant throughout the rest of the year. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.